Hey guys, it's your boy Obi of Lagos. If you're just joining my YouTube channel for the very first time, please click the subscribe button. Click it, I'm waiting for you. Click. Then secondly, share this video after watching. And thirdly, don't forget to comment, like, and also turn on the notification so that you can see other videos I will make. Also, click the link in my bio and join our new Telegram community. Guys, for the sake of this video today, I'll be showing you how to read the candlestick perfectly on the chart before you take a trade or you decide to take a trade. Welcome. Hi guys, if you're just watching this YouTube channel, I just want to quickly show you 3 ways to confirm it, whether you should take a sell or you should take a buy. When the market is at a supply area, 3 ways to confirm whether you should take a sell. Now, if the market is at an area of resistance, which is an area of supply, like how would you know if you should take a sell here, since the market is getting to this particular area? And let's say the market also got to this area of demand or this support area. How would you know if you should take a buy? How would you determine? Because sometimes some people, for example, as you're looking at this market, all right, currently, if it gets to this area of demand, there are 2 things that can basically happen here. It's either this market begins to buy and go to the upside, or this market sells down. Now, when we begin to trade and we begin to analyze the Forex, how would you know whether you're going to sell now if it gets to this area? Because it got to that area and it is currently trying to sell down towards the downside. Now, but in some cases, it might actually not sell down towards the downside. It might actually buy and continue to buy towards the upside. So how would you know whether at such area, whether you will sell or you will buy? Now, when we begin to trade the Forex market, there are things we are taught. Market we get to different resistance and then sell, or market we get to a support and then buy, get to a resistance and then sell. Now, a novice trader or a beginner trader, we always wait for market to get to different level. For example, if market is moving this way, right, and market is moving this way, for example, if I am a novice trader, right, somebody who is a beginner trader, right, all I will do is, buy when market gets here, sell when market gets here, buy when market gets here, sell when market gets here. What about if market gets here and did not buy? Market continue to sell. How would I be able to identify when market will actually break out and continue to sell? And what about if market doesn't buy from, what about if market doesn't sell from here? How would I able to identify that market is not going to sell here? What about if the market continues to buy towards the upside? Now, how would you then identify when a market will, sell down or break at such area? We will make use of candlesticks. The candlesticks that forms around that particular area, whether a sell area or a buy area, determines the activity that you are going to do at that particular area of the market. Let's look at Euro AUD, which we are looking at currently. This market has reportedly gotten to this same level and sold consistently, right? But what has made it done so, right? Eventually, this market is going to eventually break out of this level. Market got to this area, sold, got here, sold, got here, sold, got here, sold, got here, sold, got here again, trying to sell. Now, if you look at the activities that have happened when market got to this area, you will notice that when market bought, let me start with here. You will notice that when market bought from here, and it was all green candlesticks, some presence of a little red candlestick, green candlesticks. When market eventually got to that particular place, the next 2-3 candlesticks that followed suit were red candlesticks. Normally, in order for me to sell and be aware that I'm going to sell the market, I am not going to sell at the initial opening of a one red candlesticks. And most of the time, I will not sell at the initial opening of two red candlesticks. Where would I sell from? I will start selling from the initial opening and closing of the third candlestick, which is from here. Which is from here. One candlestick, two candlestick, three candlestick of the third red candlestick. But sometimes at that area, you might have missed a lot of pips, right? You might have missed a lot of pips at the opening of the third red opening and closing of the third red candlesticks, because the opening of three candlesticks, three red candlesticks for a sell, if it's a sell, because I'm taking a sell as an example, right? The opening of three red candlesticks will automatically signify to you that there are more sellers in that market than the buyers, right? So I'll take at the third. Sometimes we have traders who begin to sell at the opening of the opening and closing of the second red candlesticks, so that they will not miss a lot of pips. But if you want to really be too good into your sell, or really to be too good into your buy, it's usually the third candlesticks. But we have cases where there are either green candlesticks appearing within the red. What do I mean? Let's say you bought the market. Let's say you bought. Let me use here. Let's say you bought let's say market bought, and then you're looking for sell, sell towards the downside, right? Now, when would you, let's say when the market got to the area that it needs to sell, and let's say a red candlestick appeared just like here. Let me take this away. Let's say a red candlestick appeared. Let's say a red candlestick appeared here, one candlestick, right? That this is red. And I can see this little presence of a green candlestick. That is one green candlestick. And then the third candlestick that appeared was a red candlestick. We will say this is 2/1, because inside three candlesticks, two is red, one is green. Two equals to 1. The 2 is greater than 1. So that too, I will consider it for another sell. But let's say market got to this area, and the next candlestick that appeared was a green candlestick. Then it may be a red candlestick. Then maybe the third candlestick it is green. And the market is trying to sell, but like you are seeing some sort of heaviness of green candlestick around that area that you're expecting a sell. Avoid that market. Right? Avoid that market. Let's look for example of what I just explained. Let me see. Let's look at this here. For example, when the market got to this area, market sold down, then bought, right? What we'll be expecting that, since market sold down and then bought towards this upside, you should expect it to sell, but it didn't sell. It broke out and it continued to buy. Now, at this area, what would you be expecting the market to have? What are the candlesticks that happened at this particular area? You will notice that when the market got here, it closed on a green candlestick. Then another green candlestick appeared, which is the one here. One green candlestick. Then another one appeared, which is one red candlestick. Then the third candlestick that appeared was a green candlestick. Two green candlesticks against one red candlestick. I will not enter that market for a sell. I'll be looking for buys, and the market eventually bought. Let's look for another example. Let's keep looking for other examples. Also, in some cases, the numbers of candlesticks does not matter. In some cases, you need to know the type of candlesticks that appears within that area. That is why you need to watch my previous videos on type of candlesticks, or you make research on the type of candlesticks. Sometimes we have dragonfly candlesticks. Sometimes we have inverted hammer candlesticks. Sometimes we have, you know, gravestone candlestick. All these things you see over here, these are type of candlesticks, and some of these candlesticks signifies at that particular area. Some of these candlesticks signify whether market is going to sell or market is going to buy. For example, if you are going to see, if market gets to this area and you are seeing a bearish engulfing candlesticks form around that area, bearish engulfing candlestick is a type of candlestick that signifies that the market is going to sell. So two ways I usually identify whether market is going to sell or market is going to buy at such area is: one, the numbers of the presence of either red candlesticks or buy candlestick, depending on the direction I want the market to go. If I want the market to sell, I should be expecting 3 red candlesticks or 2 to 1, 2 red candlesticks to 1 green candlestick that I should be expecting sell. If I want the market to buy, I should be expecting the market to break out of the line, give me 3 green candlesticks for it to buy, or maybe 2 green to 1 red candlestick for it to buy. Just in case you don't understand any of the time I'm saying in this video, you can always rewind and then you can check the market out for yourself. The second way I usually confirm is the type of candlestick that is forming around that area. Is it a type of candlestick that will make the market sell, or is it a type of candlestick that will make the market buy? Now, just in case you don't know types of candlesticks, go back to my videos. I have done a video explaining the type of candlesticks that there are. There is gravestone, there is bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, hammer candlestick, doji, dragonfly, inverted hammer, so many type of candlestick, morning star, evening star. When the market gets to such area, always check for the type of candlesticks that are formed around that particular area. For example, some areas you will see some areas where the market is selling, you will notice that there was a bullish, bearish areas where market has already bought. You will also notice that there are bullish engulfing candles too that probably has also formed around that area. I know some of us might be confused, in the at the aspect of some of this video that I must have dropped, but try studying this, seeing areas where market must have broken, retested, and so on and so forth, in order for you to make a proper judgment. Let's maybe look at gold, for example, and see if we could spot one or two things in terms of whether market bought at that particular area or market sold at that particular area, with gold, or areas such as that where that probably just determined whether market bought or market sold. So I'm going to quickly check. Is there anything? Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to say, I want to show an example, but that example did not. I'm looking for something with much more, much more clarity, much more. Okay, let us look at this. Look at this, for example. This is an area, right? Normally, when we think, oh, market got here, you can see how market even faked out. You might be thinking, oh, market's going to buy, it's going to buy, and then you jumped in for that buy, and the market ended up selling. Now, look at it. When market eventually bought from here up to there, right? Market bought from here up to the white line, right? And then you notice that when market has gotten exactly to the white line, the next candlestick that followed through, right? If you are smart enough, you don't jump in at the next candlesticks that follow through after the market has already got into that your resistance or your support line. You don't jump in. The next candlestick that followed through was I will not enter at the forming of this first candlestick. Then you will notice that the next candlestick that formed was also a red candlestick at the end of the day. If I am to enter this trade for a sell, I will enter the sell at the fourth candle, at the closing of the third candlestick. Meaning, I have now had 3 sells to continue to sell towards. And look at how that market sold towards the downside. Some traders don't wait for the three candlestick count. Some trader enter at the second red candlestick count. So sometimes you see some traders entering from after the first red candlestick, maybe the second one is the second one that they're entering from. Right, they will enter from the second one, and then it eventually sells as well. So these are the type of candles. These are the things you want to also take cognizance of as well. How many candlesticks have formed around that area? What are the heavy? What type of candlestick? What color of candlestick is dominating at that particular point? How many times has it formed at that point? Is it more than the red? Is it more than the green? These are the things you need to look at before you jump into a trade at areas such as this when you begin to analyze. I hope as you watch more of my videos, you begin to see what I see when I look at the Forex market. Other than that, I hope this video makes sense to you. There are two ways you can confirm trade when they get to that particular zone by the 2 or 3 candlestick count. If it is 3, you are in good hands. If it is 2, you are also in good hands, but in a shaking hand. And then by the type of candlestick formed at that area, is it bearish engulfing? Is it bullish engulfing? Right? And just in case you're watching this video, you don't know the type of candlesticks, check my YouTube video. You will see more videos of candlesticks or type of candlestick that there are. And then, you can always see how candlesticks can, influence whether a market is going to sell or market is going to buy. You might watch this video and you don't have clarity. Drop your questions in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.